Yo, what's up guys, this is Happy Now with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video, and this time I wanted to show you the core Ranger DPS with Sword Warhorn or maybe Sword Dagger for more survivability, but I will check that out a little bit later. This video will be for the people who think that you can't really compete in Platinum or any other level, how to say it, on let's say gold or higher level with core accounts, because I hear that a lot of times that people just think, oh, if you don't have the expansions you don't even have to do PvP, and I'm just here to prove you that you are wrong with that. And to give it as a good example, the Ranger is not one of the stronger professions to play without expansions, but you are still able to do quite a lot of work if you know how to, and if you know how to use your skills properly to survive more and to just leave fights. It is a little bit difficult, so I'm showing you not with the expansion pets, but with the normal pets that you can use. Once I'm using the wolf, and the other one is this dog here, Greyhound. The reason why I'm using those pets before I show you the build: number one, this dog here can also interrupt enemies, deals mediocre damage, plus the best thing here is that you can immobilize enemies for 2 seconds when you use his F2 ability. On the wolf, on the other hand, you will have this awesome fear for 2 seconds where enemies are unable to act, they will just run away from you. This is good when you revive someone or when you just want to decap a point or to force a stun break. You can use this wolf. And right now I'm on platinum level, so my enemies or my teams should be gold 3 or let's say gold 2 to platinum 2, 3 and above. Now to show you here, this is not the best build that I could figure out, I guess, but it is one type of the build, because I wanted to have a build with high damage output, decent condition cleanse, and what else? Nothing. That's just basically it. When you successfully evade an attack, gain vigor for more dodges. This build is all about the longbow. And what else can I say? I don't know. Let's check out the enemies. Now, I mentioned that on most of my videos, ranked arena is not on the best shape right now, and it depends hard on your team. If you have a good team you can do more work, and if you have a bad team you will of course lose. Because I beat it myself. For those people who think God of PvP players are the best and stuff like that, I beat it from all God of PvP players who have this title, all of them, in matches like this. But it means not that they are bad or I'm like the best player, but it means that if you have the better team you will win. If you have a worse team, you can be the best freaking player in the world, you will not be able to carry 4 people. It is impossible. Now my team will be having a hard time. It depends now hard on my thieves. If they don't die, we win. If they are bad, we will lose it hard. I'm not so sure if I go for Warhorn. I go with my dagger to increase my survivability. No, I don't really need it because only the thief can chase me, so I don't really need that. It gives me a little damage boost with Call of the Wild, so I take it. It is risky now. I wanted to normally use not Lesser Signet of Stone, but use Hunter's Gaze to get more might stacks. Maybe I will just use it. I don't know. 32 seconds. Yeah, let's just use it. Never mind. I will go try hard on this one. It will be risky to use this Hunter's Gaze, but we will see the damage difference. I will get more might stacks. We can use Call of the Wild to give swiftness to my allied friends. Sword 2 and then Sword 2 again to leap here at the beginning to have a movement advantage. Now let's just check it out. This build is played by normal rangers and you have to keep the distance. Okay, is the Guardian. I use my healing skill and my team is just already doing nice. Okay, the enemy warrior seems to play my build, I guess. We can do this. Quickness attack. Just quickness attack here. Do this for my allied team. Oh my god, now we can focus on the warrior. Come on. Oh, I'm a little bit too slow. After he dodges, he's not dodging. He tried to use the skill. My wolf is not doing enough damage. Where's my wolf? He can do this. Will he ever block something? He's not about to block. My pet is nowhere. I'm just waiting here. He told me he stuns me again. My damage is too slow. My damage is too slow. Where's my pet, man? My pet is nowhere. Okay, against demolishers, amulet warrior, my damage is too slow, and my thieves are just wasting time too much. They should have went far or do something else. This guy won't get anything. Okay, against spellbreakers, the build sucks. But that means nothing. That just means nothing. Let's go for this guy. Oh, it is now my spellbreaker or what? Yeah, it is my spellbreaker who used now this skill. I just knock back this, and my team now can. Oh, they have a. What's the name of this guy? We can just auto attack him here. We can see. They have a dead eye. Okay, this team, both teams are not that the best ones. Now you will see what you can try to do to just recap a point here. Dodge this, try to fear this guy, use the healing skill, and now okay, I just wanted to waste my attack. Now what I'm gonna do is just wait for him. No, he just got me. He's stealth, so I can try to do it. I have no skills left right now, but we can just immobilize. I need to run away, I need to run away. I have no con defense. Okay, this was not so dangerous because it was only the firebrand, but if it would have been someone else I would have cried there. I thought it would be a scourge, but the scourge was not coming to me, so that's okay. I mean, you see the matchmaking is not really that good. If the enemies would have been a little bit stronger, I could have showed a little bit more. I mean, the enemy warrior did great, but that was all. And now let's just check it out. Call of the Wild. Now just auto attack this guy. We will also be poisoning him. Easy mode, because I attacked him, he will get stunned. Swap my pet. You can see, even with a 2k defense, we are able to do a lot of work. Where is he? I'm playing without sound, but I'm watching my midpoint, because if an enemy stealths, he might also just go ahead and do something else. We can try now to focus this guy, or even this. My pet can attack him. You can see 2.4k damage, which is pretty nice. We interrupt this guy now. This is dangerous because my team is a little bit too slow, how to say it. Because the firebrand will now revive this guy, and now we can just try to do this. My pet can now try to fear. Yeah, fear was working. And you can see I was able to get a lot of damage going on, but my team is just not stealth up. No, I was not able to stealth, but I can hold the distance because the Deadeye won't outrange me. He won't be able to outrange me. It is dangerous to... He should port to me now. I don't have the double revive here, so this is dangerous. We can just knock back the Scourge because he's the biggest threat here, and you can see what I'm doing the entire time is just keeping the distance. The enemies are not trying to decap or recap anything from us, but by just keeping the distance, it makes it even easier for my team to just maintain something else. You can attack this from the distance. This guy here. I'm keeping two players now there. He got me there. I removed that poison. I remove one more time 2 conditions, auto attack here from the distance, swap my pet. He's coming here, so we can do this, dodge that attack, go back. I don't know if this was working. We can just auto attack. Oh, conditions. Just keep the distance now. Easy game. Okay, my team is also just losing the points, but now I will maybe 1v1 the Scourge here. Yeah, as it looks like we are 1v1ing this guy right now. I can do this. He don't know where I am, so he's just gonna be annoying to my pet. We can dodge, do this, Call of the Wild. I need to dodge now. Healing skill. He just interrupted me there. I need to keep the distance. It is still pretty dangerous to do certain things like this, but we can just go ahead. My pet can attack him. I need to keep the distance. It seems to be pretty hard to kill this guy. He jumped, interrupt him, and you can see he won't be really able to get me, but he will be able to just be annoying to my pet. I dodged that attack, dodged the other one. I just jumped otherwise onto this attack. I need to get him with my quickness attacks. Immobilize him there. Okay. I need to swap pets and then just quickness attack this guy. But I'm a little bit too slow. He's freaking... Okay, now we have him. I was a little bit too slow, but you can see by keeping the distance, no enemy will be able to beat you, even that you don't have an expansion. So, for example, the druid who has freaking nice survivability, soul beast who can just port around and use the pets to heal himself up and stuff like that. You don't have all these options, but you have other options where, for example, you have to use your longbow for a little bit more wisely. Then you have to keep the distance, as I just said. You have to know how to play it. If I would have fighted the Scourge on the point, I would have been dead. But by holding the distance, I'm able to do more work. And now you see the spell is not that really strong, but you are able to do work. And with work, I mean work. I can keep my distance, poison the enemy, interrupt them, deal nice burst damage, and just repeat this. You can see this here from the range. My pet can just immobilize here. I can do this. I can hide here because this guy is dealing heavy damage. Interrupt him. The firebrand. We can try to immobilize this guy. Now my other pet can just also attack him. I will try to poison him when I heal up myself a little bit. My wolf will be fearing him, so he will get forced to use his stability skill. The warrior is here. We immobilize the warrior. Okay, not working. Oh, he has stability. Perfectly dodging his attack. Dodge this. Call of the Wild. And repeat. So, okay. To be honest, this game was not really that good. But you can see the level of the competitive ranked arena is not on platinum level. This is way below platinum in my opinion, but you can't really change that. So this is how to say it, maybe not the best build for core ranger, but I just thought a mix of DPS and a little bit of survivability, and maybe you just better go for another options to use your pets a little bit better. But my pets are having too long to swap. This is the first thing. And then they are not so viable as the expansion pets, so I just thought I don't play with pets, I just play for myself to just have something with survivability, decent damage output and stuff like that. For the build that I'm using is Sigil of Fallibility, Sigil of Courage, Sigil of Energy and Sigil of Cleansing, plus Rune of the Strength and Marauder's Amulet. This makes a little nice mix of gaining fast 20 stacks of might, plus having permanent fury, which means when you have fury and you attack here someone, you will have 89% critical hit chance with this trait, so it means 90% critical hit chance, plus you will have this 10 stacks of might most of the times, which means 2.5k damage. And even if you have a little bit more, you can just do this, fury, grant yourself some might, repeat that, and you see up to 2.7k, 2.8k power. And from the distance you will also be able to just get the 10k damage output going on, and you will crit a lot of times. So that's basically what the build is all about. As you saw in the video, just keep your distance, focus a target, poison it, deal nice burst damage. And the build is wilderness survival, skirmishing, marksmanship. As you all know, I try to make my builds best for a little bit survivability and decent damage output or something like that. How to say it? You recover endurance more quickly, which means we can dodge more often. Soften the fall. When we use the healing skill, we also use this one here, Muddy Terrain, as well, which you can see here. It means that when we use the healing skill, we will get 4 conditions removed, twice fury for 6 seconds, which means 12 seconds fury, and that's basically it. Refine toxins every 15 seconds. If our HP is above 75%, we will poison the enemy for 6 seconds, which is pretty good. And by keeping the distance from the enemies, we are just able to hold our HP above 75% pretty easily. And that's your main goal, what you should watch, because Refined Toxins is pretty deadly. The poison is pretty annoying for enemies. If they don't have Condi Cleanse, they will heal theirself not that much. Wilderness Knowledge means fury when we use survival skills, plus 2 conditions removed, and the recharge is reduced by 20%, and we use 1, 2, 3, and even the 4th Strength of the Pack can be swapped for Entangle, which is also a pretty cool skill, and gives you a lot of survivability. When an enemy is chasing you, you can just immobilize and bleed. It is unblockable, and you can just run away while you immobilize enemies. This is the other option how to play this build. Skirmishing, Primal Reflexes. Every 8 seconds you will get 8 seconds of Vigor when you dodge an attack. In combination with you recover endurance more quickly, plus Vigor every time you dodge an attack, you will have a lot of dodges to work with. Gain Fury when swapping weapons. This is just a bonus thing. Evading an attack while wielding a sword grants quickness. Sword skills can reduce recharge. Normally this was what I was about to use, but I thought maybe you just try out, you increase the precision of nearby allies to just watch if it works a little bit better. But normally I also was playing with this. It will give you nice ability to also a little bit, how to say it, with quickness deal nice burst damage with your sword auto attack. And sword recharge 20% reduced recharge of your sword attacks. Poison enemy plus dodge. And this one here is a dodge and a leap, which is, as you saw at the beginning of the fight, nice little movement boost. And the third one here, wishes query every 2 seconds. When we Fury grants ferocity and additional increased critical strike chance. When struck while below the health threshold, gain fury, which means below 75% we'll get every time fury, plus our critical hit chance is increased by 10% when we have fury. But we don't really need this. This is just nice to have when we are in combat. Otherwise we will have fury from our survival skills, so we will have almost permanent fury during that. Marksmanship, this is all about the longbow, Hunter's Gaze, or if you want more survivability, Lesser Signet of Stone. It will trigger your Signet of Stone here twice, plus the cooldown of the skill will be decreased, I don't know. Activating a Signet grants fury to near, Signets can reduce recharge, it already has, but normally you will have Signet of Stone twice. And instead of 80 seconds here on this passive trait, it will have 72 seconds cooldown. It should be like this. 90 seconds, yeah. I thought 80. It makes no sense, but yeah. Instead of 90 seconds, 72 seconds, which is also pretty decent. But otherwise, gain might when you strike a foe is pretty nice, especially with the rune of the strength, to stack a lot of mites, as you saw here in the video. Lesser Call of the Wild could also be something nice when you swap your pets, but therefore you need to go with Beast Mastery to have a reduced pet swap recharge time. Brutish Seals, because you can use your Signet of Stone, it has a reduced cooldown, plus when you use it, it will have Fury. How to say it, number of allied targets, it will also give Fury to nearby allies, which is a nice little bonus. Opening Strike has an increased chance to critically strike, 100%, this is normal. And Lead of the Wild, while wielding a longbow, your attack speed is increased and your arrows pierce longbow and harpoon gun skills recharge faster. This is just there because having the reduced recharge and your longbow attacks are faster, which is pretty painful from the distance, because you can see it here, auto attack from the distance deals, how to say it, I don't know how much, 100, 200 more if you are in range. Damage in range less than 500, it shows not the normal damage, but I guess it is 200 more. Let's just check it out here. 800, 1.5, 870, 1.5, 1.6, and now when I go a little bit in, 1.3k, 1.1k, 1.3k. So it is a 200 damage bonus, which is pretty nice, especially when you can do this. And from the distance you can just do this, auto attack with your quickness, and you see 2k damage, or on the Firebrand 2.4k. Against the Druid also 2k, even though he had protection, so this is pretty nice. Otherwise, if you want to have only max damage, you can go with Predator's Onslaught and even swap Wilderness Survival to just go full damage, but you lose a lot of survivability when you do this. And that was basically it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you just saw the enemies were not so strong, but my team was also not the best, so I don't know how to say it. You saw what you can do as a core druid, and maybe you will also just give the core accounts a chance, because I was able to get into legendary PvP season 1 to 5 with my core account, which means on PvP season 5 9,500 something to be rating to be in legendary, and I was able to get it into with my legendary with my core account. I even have the title on my second account, the ruthless, not ruthless, but the other one here, top 250. I have that title on that account from season 5, just to mention that. That was basically it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and now you will see, as always, 3 of my other videos which you can watch or not, and of course you can just subscribe to my channel only if you like to. If not, don't do it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you in my next videos. Bye bye, guys.